For those of you who have been paying attention to pretty much anything going on social media over the past few years, you might be able to come to the conclusion that society is on its way to being absolutely cooked. It seems like we live in a world now that's full of actual parasocial demons. Nah, okay, maybe demons a little crazy, but I'm not too far off, bro. And I'll tell you guys what, this Duke Dennis situation is a prime example of exactly why it's not too far off. For those of you who don't know, it has come to light recently that Duke Dennis is a father. And you might think that that would or would not be a big deal, but the reason why it is because we got people who are so obsessed with Duke Dennis that they are actually mad that they didn't get to know this information sooner. Like, we got people out here talking about how Duke is narcissistic and all sorts of stuff just because he didn't want this information to be released. But one of the craziest things to me is that he's already gone online multiple times and said that he didn't want certain parts of his life being shown to the public.
I done told y'all that, like, it's certain parts of my life that I just don't want to share with y'all, alright? I'm sorry if you feel obligated or entitled to my life in that way, but I've been decided a long time ago that I would never post my family in that way, and everything that y'all doing right now is proving me right.
Yep, and he is right, by the way. Because now he got shit happening like a bunch of parasocial maniacs flooding his comment section talking about some damn take care of them kids. And you know what? This is what gets me. How the fuck y'all know that he's not taking care of the kids? But you know what, y'all? I'm gonna make this very clear. No matter what, it is not our fucking business. And I understand that that's basically speaking to the void when talking on the internet. But at the end of the day, what do you gain as a human being from knowing whether or not Duke Dennis is taking care of his kids? It's not putting no money in your pocket. You're not getting no more bitches. And you know what? At the risk of sounding like a complete dickhead, there are way too many people in the world who are more focused on some online celebrity than they are on focusing on bettering themselves or just their life in general. And I'm not even going to sit here and focus on Duke Dennis because it's obviously not just him. In the past few weeks alone, the black community has gotten struck with the bubonic plague of CIA distractions. We got Cardi B and Offset once again with a dash of Stefan Diggs. We got the Popeyes chicken wrap. That shit good, by the way. We got the Popeyes chicken wrap, though. And then we got Halle Bailey and DDG. Which, I'm gonna be honest, this is not really on the public for getting involved with this one. Because both of these goofballs, same thing with Cardi B and Offset, by the way, decided to make this public information. It was only a couple weeks ago that Halle decided to file a restraining order against DDG. And this was before the whole Kai Cenat University thing, so people were already on board with trying to get him up out of there. And I'll tell you guys what, right now, I'll preface this by saying that I don't like DDG's content. I don't like his music. Like, I'm not a DDG fan. But with that being said, I'm not going to go ahead and dogpile on him and hope that he actually did this shit just so I can feel like I was right in the end and have some false sense of feeling better about myself. And this definitely goes on both sides, by the way. I've seen people who were DDG fans doing the absolute most to try to make Halle out to be some crazy deranged liar or some shit, and maybe she is, but we don't know that. And that's the problem. Y'all be jumping to conclusions of situations where you guys didn't know what did or did not happen. And half the time, I can barely even understand why. Like, what do you gain from it? Like, why would you not rather just listen to all the facts first and then come to your conclusion before calling people all sorts of names and isms and ists and all sorts of shit? Because I don't even feel like I have to tell you guys, but 99% of the time when people are wrong, there's no apology. There's no, oh, damn, yeah, you right, bro. Yeah, I missed that, bro. There's none of that. As a matter of fact, people usually double down still. Which brings us to a whole different conversation about how in today's society, people just hate being wrong. Or maybe it's always been like that, but that's not even the point. Because I wouldn't even be talking about this right now if it wasn't for the fact that we have so many people in the world whose brains are fucking fried. I mean, we are just getting information over the past 24 hours about how Halle and DDG have both probably got some problems. But I still don't see many people who are commenting on a situation being impartial and saying that both of these people are probably just really toxic. It's still just people sticking to one side or the other, or being so invested in it that they're trying to do whatever they can to discredit the other side. Like, a lot of people are out here acting like they better win custody. And at some point, it just gets depressing because honestly, as a reasonable person, like I said, you might be able to come to the conclusion that society is down atrocious right now. And it might seem like I'm just blaming your everyday average person, but trust me, I know it's not a lot of people's fault. Social media is a vessel that has allowed society the opportunity to become parasocial. Now, I'm not that old, but I'm pretty sure in the early days of the internet, it was not like this. But when you have more and more celebrities willing to put their life out there and put their information, put their whole business out there, I can understand how that's an invitation for people to become that way, which is a huge part of the reason of exactly how we got here. I mean, we got people like Cardi B, relatively one of the biggest artists in the world, constantly putting their information out in public, constantly putting her business online and inviting all of her fans to join her side into spreading hate to whoever else. I mean, Shorty literally sat there the other day, opened up a Twitter space, and publicly wished death on her baby's father. And not just any death, a slow one, which is how I know she meant it.
Yo, you such a fucking pussy ass nigga. Word to my mother. I want you to die, but I want you to die fucking slow, nigga.
Now, I will admit this, there are obviously many celebrities in the world who like this parasocial behavior to a degree. And I feel like this does apply a little bit to the Duke Dennis situation because I'm sure that he has grown a lot of his fame and notoriety because of parasocial relationships. I think because people were so invested in Agent or Davis or Phantom or just AMP in general, they then got into Duke Dennis. And then now people are more willing and wanting to learn more about Duke, which is why I'm sure that his D-Block videos have done so well on his channel. I mean, there are tons of creators like Duke that can go out there and post anything and it would still get a lot of traction because people just like the creator. But where it crosses over into extreme parasocial behavior is when you have people like Duke Dennis literally telling you that he does not want certain aspects of his life being exposed to the public, and yet people still go out of their way to uncover information. And then they bring it to light, and then they have a whole big deal about it. And personally, y'all, I don't give a damn if he has 1 kid, 0 kids, 8 kids, I don't care. Because in no way does that affect my life, my dreams, my goals, aspirations, anything. And this is why society is damn near fried like some chicken at Popeyes. Because it genuinely seems like there's more people who are more worried about Halle Bailey, DDG, Duke Dennis, and Cardi B than they are about getting their degree. Yeah, nigga, or getting some money. And don't get it twisted, y'all. I don't think there's any problem with having conversations about certain things or talking about a celebrity situation that comes up. But I'm talking about the people who get so invested in these celebrities that they're out here willing to fight and argue with people for hours online just to receive approximately zero recognition from the actual artist or creator, celebrity, whoever. Like, at least in sports, if you defend your favorite athlete, a lot of times the athlete might actually see it. They might even interact with you and show love type of thing. But when it comes to the DDGs and Cardi Bs of the world, you gotta be smoking that Flight Reacts Dut Pack in order to think that they actually care about what you have to say. So I'll tell you guys right now, if you're listening to this and you feel like the shoe fits, it might be time to take a look in the mirror and do some reflection, because at the end of the day, people who are out here spreading hate in any situation despite having no facts are crazy. People who are working hard to uncover aspects of people's life that they want to remain private are crazy. And you know what? A lot of you niggas are crazy. But you got the power to change that though. Now, real talk though, I'm honestly not sure if there's any way to reverse or change the direction that society's been going in over the past few years. Personally, I just think that there's way too many stupid people in the world now. But I do think people still have the opportunity to grow and evolve if they focus on themselves, which is exactly why I made this video. Because why are you, and I'm specifically talking about my people, why are you guys so worried about talking about some damn Duke Dennis 8 baby mamas when you should be worried about getting your life right? Feel me? Getting your money up. There's too many things in the world more important than spending time focusing on these celebrity parasocial relationships that you guys have with these people that do not give a fuck about you. So once again, if you're hearing this and you feel a certain way, and even if you don't, lock in, get your shit together, and go find something to be great at other than being a parasocial maniac demon. If y'all watching up to this point, just know that I appreciate you for real. Will I make more? I don't know, we'll see. But I do know that the world needs more people who are going to speak from an objective perspective, which is why I'm here. So if you guys have something else that you guys want to see me talk about, then let me know down in the comment section. Other than that, I appreciate y'all once again, and I'm going to catch you guys next time.